My name is Elder Ripper, like an old man, and I'm an entrepreneur here in Tokyo. That's right. And I'm going to show you how you can come to Japan and make it here. And I've got a ton of really great insight as to how to do that, so you're definitely going to want to wait till the end. So you want to move to Japan, or maybe some other country that you weren't born in. And in which case, the first thing that you're going to need to consider is how to get a visa. A visa is basically a pass granted to foreign residents to move to a certain country to do particular activities, like starting a business or learning a language or, I don't know, going to school or something like that. For our purposes, I'll be discussing the requirements for the startup visa when coming to Japan, though this is not the only visa. There are a ton of other options, but it is the best visa for starting a business here. Hence, startup visa. Let's go! Before you even get to step one, you probably want to come up with an idea for what type of business you want to do. Kind of hard to apply to do business in a different country if you don't already have something kind of sorted out. With your idea sorted, step number one is to go look at different cities and which ones offer a startup visa and what type of startups they're looking for. So this is the Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry's website for Japan. You can see all the different prefectures and cities. Each one of these is kind of a link to each of the individual cities' website, and it'll show you kind of their process for how you need to go through and obtain the startup visa. Oh yeah! You have your idea and you figured out where you'd like to go in Japan, your next step is going to be writing your business plan. I would recommend that you reach out to the cities individually because a lot of them have pre-made kind of business plan formats for you to fill out. But you can also just get started on making one yourself. Just keep in mind that you'll most likely have to convert it into the city's natural format for them to review what you have put together. Once you've gone ahead and gotten the business plan done, you're going to want to move on to collecting your personal documents. You're going to need to collect things like your bank account, your passport, proof of your education level, a pitch deck, some other requirements. Let's go! Once you've gotten all of your documents assembled, all you need to do is take everything and submit it to the city contact for where you're applying to. And the process can typically take anywhere from 3 to 6 months or so. There will most likely be some revisions in regards to your application materials. From there, you'll just be undergoing the process. Now we're on to the absolute best part. I'm going to give you 3 tips that you're going to need to make sure that your startup visa is a success. All right, 20% of all startup visa applicants go through and actually receive the visa. That means that 80% of people are not receiving the startup visa. And these 3 tips will be what helps you to differentiate yourself from the other 80% who are applying and failing to come to Japan. Okie dokie. Number 1, you should have a good founder problem fit. Right? If you're claiming that you want to go through and start up the next Facebook or do something technical, then on paper, you should be able to show how you have the necessary skill set to do that thing that you're claiming you're going to do. All right? The reason why this is because Japan is a highly conservative sort of country. I mean, not only that, but just in general, if you're looking to get a visa from another country, they don't have any sort of social obligation to allow you in. Right? And so you need to be able to prove to them that you either have that founder problem fit or you have a really airtight plan as to how you can go through and get the necessary skills once you're in the country to be able to have the founder problem fit. Number 2, you should actually want to do business in Japan. Okay, this is something that a lot of foreign founders fall into kind of like this trap of, which is that you want to start up a business and service the needs of foreigners in Japan because those are the problems that you're most crucially aware of. But foreigners only make up about 3% of the Japanese population. And so if you're looking to only provide services to foreigners here, then you are missing out on 97% of the Japanese market. You should really be looking to do business that can capture all of, or at least a significant segment of the Japanese market. Now, 3, and this part is really, really important if you want to get your startup visa approved. And it is that you should plan to hire Japanese people. All right. The reason why the Japanese government is even allowing people to come into the country and start up businesses is they're trying to fuel the economy. All right. And what better way to fuel the economy than to do business with Japanese people and to employ Japanese people to do that business? Okay. So in your plan, you should not look and seek to hire exclusively foreign talent or primarily foreign talent. You should indicate how and why you are going to hire Japanese citizens and what skill sets those people will have and how you will develop them over time. All right. Highlighting how you're going to be giving back to Japan. Right? And how you starting up this business makes sense for the Japanese economy, the local economy for the city that you're applying to, as well as the people that live within that area is the most crucial aspect and most important part of your visa application process. So in quick summary, right? You need to go through 1, have good founder problem fit. 2, you need to want to do business in Japan, not just for the foreigners here. And then 3, you need to be able to show that you're going to be hiring Japanese people, or that you at least plan to do so. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.